it was just always like a pause there. I wouldn't just embrace it, embrace who I was. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I still feel that kind of creeping up, but I've learned to tell myself, hey, this is not who we are. You, be you. And so the first thing that I wish that my young self would have known is just be yourself, damn it. Hi, I'm Emery. Welcome back to my channel. I'm actually in Osaka, Japan right now. It was kind of like a spur of the moment thing and always wanted to come in. Here I am. Hi. And during my journey here, it was quite long. It was like 20 hours. I had some time to reflect on just like my life. Like I was walking through LAX and I was just feeling just so grateful for like just being me and being here and having this opportunity to just come to this place I always wanted to come to. And just, this year is only two months in and not even a full 2 months yet. And I feel like it's already brought so many great things. And there are just so many things that I've been worried about, right? And was worried about for so much of my life, like that I would never figure myself out or figure things out. And trust me, I still haven't figured myself out completely, but I think I at least know who I am. And so in reflecting on that, I kind of zoomed out a bit and was like, the bigger theme here is things I wish I would have known when I was younger. So I wanted to record this video while I was here and it was fresh in my mind, just about things that I wish I could tell my younger self. And I hope that in laying out these things, it also helps you to think about when you're at like moments in your life where you just feel grateful, just noting them down, because younger you probably is freaking the hell out about them. At least that's the case with me. And it's just, if I could tell my younger self or show my younger self, like, would have, it would have just been so different for me. But the first thing that I wish that I would have known when I was younger is just whatever the hell you want. I was always like so in my own head. And that, like, let me first be clear. When I say wear whatever the hell you want, I'm not just talking about clothes. I think more broadly, I mean, be you. Be who you are. I think so often, especially women, you're so influenced by like your peers and you're thinking like about social acceptance and you're just in your own head and you don't realize that, like, first of all, everyone has crap going on and everyone's in their own damn heads about their own life. But it's so amazing to just be who you are. Like, and the moment that you identify your unique, great things that make you you, and then just lean the hell into them, the better, And it just took me so long to really walk into rooms and be like, this is me. Hi. And I feel like if I would have, it took a lot of faking it till I made it, to be honest, and just pretending to be confident. But in recent history, I feel like it's really just become really authentic. Like, this is just me. Like, and I feel really grateful for that. And it really just hit home as I was like waiting to board this plane to this place I've always wanted to go, that it's like, damn, I just feel so lucky just to be me. And it's something I wish as my younger self, like I would have felt it earlier. But you know what? I'm still young, so I'm glad I feel it now. But it's something that I wanted to put out there to, like, if you're like a younger girl watching this, just be yourself. Like, there's no one else that you should be but you. And whatever that means, that's what that means. Wear what you want, be who you want, embrace your uniqueness. Those things are what make you special. It's so easy, especially in the age of social media. Like, I myself have such like a complicated relationship with social media. It's so easy to compare yourself and be like, my life is like this, whatever. But honestly, be you, and whatever's supposed to be there for you will happen. And I think I'm finally internalizing that like this year. So that's the first thing I wish I would have told myself, my younger self, be you and just own it. Own the hell out of it. The second thing that I wish I would have told my younger self, and I really wish I would have believed it, is don't take things so seriously. When things don't go 100% according to plan, like, it's not the end of the world. I think I always used to look at life like it was a life or death thing. But in reality, the majority of things that happen are not life or death. Things are not that serious. You're not doing brain surgery unless you're a brain surgeon. If so, more power to you. Hell yeah. It's just like, things are not that serious. Life really is not that serious. So the moment that you don't take yourself and your surroundings and your experiences that seriously, the more I think you just start to enjoy it, because it's like you just have a kinder and softer ease about you. I used to be, and so sometimes I am, like still so serious about things. It's a constant effort to just be here and embrace your life and to live it up, you know? And I think that if you take things too seriously, you're hindering your own experiences. You're complicating things for yourself. You know, life happens. You can control you. Just focus on what's in your purview, and then the rest is like, cool, we'll see what happens with that. And this is not me saying, oh, don't care about things. Don't take like your opportunities like for granted or think they're always gonna come. It's not at all what I mean here. I just mean that as you approach them with the appropriate level of seriousness and evaluate them on a case-by-case basis. Don't be so binary in the way that you think about things. Like, they're serious or they're not. It's here or it's gone. You've got it or you don't. I feel like I have had such a binarized way of viewing life for so long, and it's only recently that I've started to be like, okay, most of life happens in this middle. It's not black or white. It's in this gray, you know? So live monochromatically when it feels like you should be living monochromatically. Other than that, live up your life and be in color, baby. You know, I think it's the moment that you embrace those things and those facts, like, damn, it's like you just see life differently, because it's so much easier to enjoy things because you're not taking it so seriously. And I'm speaking from 100% experience on that. So that's the next thing I wish I would have told my younger self. Chill out and do not take things so seriously. The next thing I wish I would have told my younger self is, you have a lot of time. Take a moment and figure it out, like, while you're there. One of the things, I don't know, like, for a long time, and when I say a long time, probably like more than a decade, I have felt like time is escaping me and that I only had a finite amount of time to make all these things happen with my life. And I always felt like I was playing from behind. And don't get me wrong. Like, this is not saying get complacent and just like go with the flow all the time. No way. But it's more so, don't act like everything you're doing you have to figure it out right then and there. That's a lot. That's like a big thing that I think has hindered me and caused a lot of anxiety and just stress in my life, is I always felt like I was behind on something. I always felt like I wasn't successful enough. I felt like I wasn't fit enough. I wasn't like pretty enough. Like all these things, I felt like I was never enough. And honestly, I just felt like there was such a time element there. Like, I only had X amount of time to do this. I only have this much of my youth to do this. Like, and it's like, realistically, the more you focus on time, the more time you lose, because you're not embracing the moment you're in and taking the experience that you can from that moment. And realistically, the experience is what's going to help propel you and figure stuff out later, because that's going to form your intuition, and it's going to give you the gut to know, like, oh wait, I've been here before. I don't like the way this is. I know how this story ends. I don't like it. I'm ending it myself. Or, oh, I know what this is. I know exactly what I should do in this. But embracing that moment you're in and giving yourself that time, that's the only way that you'll figure stuff out like later. It gave me so much anxiety because I always felt like I was behind. I was like, I have to read more books. I have to be like on it. I have to go get another degree. Like, seriously? I spent the greater half of last year thinking I was not far enough in my career and it was time to go get an MBA. And mind you, I already have my master's and I already am like been doing pretty good at my job, knocking on wood. But it's like, it was like, I couldn't just live in that moment. I was thinking like, what's next? What's going to take me to that next level of success, that next level of my life? And it has really just been refreshing for me to take a moment and live and enjoy the moment that I'm in. Taking that step back and that pause, and like, but also coupling that with awareness for what you think you want in that next stage. It's not living in the future, but it's having an awareness of like, what is it that you'd like for yourself in the future? When you think about the future, what do you think about? Who's there? Who's not? What are you doing? Those are healthy thought exercises. And then let those things guide the decisions you make now. Because the decisions you make now will give you the experience and the wisdom to know how, when those opportunities come in the future, to embrace them more. So that's the next thing I wish I would have told my younger self. You have time to figure it out. live in this moment and learn from this moment. That learning part is crucial. The next thing that I wish I would have known when I was younger is your mom only really wants the best for you. Listen to her advice. It took me a really long time to really listen to my mom's advice and to take it for what it was, which I didn't really see that she was trying to guide me based off her own lived experience. If you're lucky enough to have like a close relationship with your parents, or even if it's not that close, if you've gotten guidance that maybe you've been like hesitant to push off as just like, and write off as just like, oh, they're parenting me, whatever. Maybe take a moment and assume good intent. Circling back to one of the goals I had for this year, assume good intent. If I would have assumed good intent younger and been less of a brat, it would have really just helped me to see the guidance I was getting for what it was, which was true acts of love and kindness and care for me and my well-being. So if you have a parent figure in your life, it doesn't have to be your mom, like it could be whoever that you just go to for advice, or who's been like a parental figure to you, like, and there's been guidance, like advice and guidance that they brush off. Maybe take a moment to think about it and assume that they mean the best and want the best for you. You know, my mom always has all these isms, right? And all these things where it's like, oh, like tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. Think about that one true fact right there. My mom always used to say that when I'd be hanging out with crowds that weren't necessarily the best for me. She'd always say, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are, meaning tell me who you're spending all your time with. And more often than not, that's exactly how you are right now. And so if they're not great people, you know, take a hard look in the mirror. It's such a fact, right? Like, so if you are in a position like that, you know, maybe appreciate the things that they have to say, that your parents tell you a bit more. And if you're lucky enough to have your mom, like, you know, give her a hug and say, thanks for watching out for me. Things will fall into place. Just put it in God's hands and relax.